ただきに。
Hello, hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 3, test, test. Test, test, test. My earphones are not working right.
持て余す暇なんかない。私はやりたいことが山ほどあるからな。退屈とか言ってるのは、そうあれだな、怠慢だ。
存分に私の調子は整っている。さあ行こうか。死がはびこる地獄。
持て余す暇なんかない。私はやりたいことが山ほどあるからな。退屈とか言ってるのは、そうあれだな、怠慢だ。
Hello, hello, testing, testing 1, 2, 3. Test, 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 test. Alright. Took a while to get it on, but anyway. Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to figure out the microphone issue. I'm pretty sure that you probably did not hear what was going on over here, but anyway, to solve the answer for what Falls was asking for, Falls was asking for Carla. Carla is a pretty good unit, only for her leader skill. Leader skill is about 100%, 50% health with 30% physical attack with 20% wind special attack, which I mean against wind, so 20% effective against it. And she has berserk, but in a different way, in a blow damage. So that's basically what she is. I would suggest she's okay. She's pretty good in some ways, but I wouldn't suggest she's the best of her unit other than her leader skill. But to really get into what the stream was about, we're gonna go over through Fate Stay Night units. The Fate Stay Night units are pretty good when they're gonna be introduced, but they're gonna introduce in the order of Saber, Tosaka Rin, as well as then the second part will be Ilya, Fate Saber, the Fate Saber for Lamia, the version. Fate Zahar, which is the Archer, Berserker, a Lancer, and Gilgamesh, and Fate Yomi for last. Not to really scroll through so many units through here. Anyway. Anyway, so to start off with Saber, even though I actually during the Fate Stay Night units, I didn't roll Saber I didn't play Saber very much though. As much as Saber was okay. I don't even level 75 Saber because she wasn't as useful eventually. She got overpowered relatively quickly. That in the Japanese server though, I don't know. I didn't think that the investment for Saber was worth it because I had to spend a lot of money on everyone else. However, I do think she's good in one retrospect, that she has guard option for reactive, as well as magical defense. Wow, I did not even bother trying to raise her stuff. I would just say Valkyrie would probably be better to use as a reactive, but I even have her up because wind frags doesn't come a lot because by the time we were rolling in Fate Stay Night in Japan, we had data mine information on Fate Yomi, which Fate Yomi was pretty good on what her skill set was. So I ended up retracting a lot of the fragments when I rolled during Fate Stay Night, and actually went for Yomi instead. Okay, and also it does not help that Setsuna was released the same time as Fate Stay Night, so Setsuna got a lot of the frags too. I just feel like I'm not destined to tell how the Fate Stay Night characters are gonna be, because it doesn't look like I have a lot of them job 3. Because unfortunately, even with a lot of money involved, RNG can really screw you over. And I'm just looking at these. That said, the units I really did end up third jobbing will probably everybody towards the end though. Taurus says the eventual end is that all of the Base Day Night jobs don't work very well, which is kind of true. The only ones that actually live very long is Gilgamesh, for that matter. Nevertheless, we'll probably focus off on the 6 units over here. We got Saber. We also got Ilia's Veil. We have Fate Lamia, Fate Yomi, Fate Zahar, and Gilgamesh. And for Archer, I would not even bother dealing with him, even though he is farmable. The stats for him in the end is really sad based on a lot of the screenshots. So I don't know how it'll work out. But anyway, to actually really get Archer out of the way really quickly, I probably won't use him. I'll use Fate Zahar as an example. Archer's job skill set includes the Archer class, as well as the Twin Blade Swordsman, as well as the Ranger class. The Ranger job. The only problem with this is that his Archer job does not give anything to help him, because the stats are just really bad. Thus, we're gonna start over with Saber. Saber is actually, stats-wise, she's pretty good for what Global probably would need, because what her leader skill is 40% physical attack and 5% wind avoid. That's not as good as Seda's leader skill, but 40% is still relatively high if you want a full slash team for a full physical team for wind, which is pretty good if you want to use Saber instead. That said, most of these units are limited, so you might want to have them all level 75 at the end, so you do have to be picky about who you want to level 75. We'll be showcasing the weapon abilities after showcasing their job set. So Fate Lamia will have Saber as a first job, Assassin on the second job, and Ninja on the third job, which I completely did not complete, which is kind of important considering Assassin class and the Saber class actually gives her quite a bit of speed, and adding to that you get the Ninja job for the speed at the end, which I think Lamia as Fate is actually not bad to use. Yeah, at least triple. And yeah, what Taurus said, if you want to triple the job, make sure to job master everyone, because technically it won't be useful unless you job master, especially in the later games. I ended up having Ilia at level 67 due to not having enough buttons to whale. But Ilia is good for one reason. Her job is really good for one big reason. She can shoot at the range of 1 to 3. So she has a ranged attack for her main job. That said, she can also guard against all magic attacks. So any magic attack that actually hits her will get a 80% guard reduction. That's her reactive. So, hey, welcome to this stream. The biggest issue with Ilia's Veil is that she doesn't have a lot to do with her in terms of damage overall in the end, because she has Enhancer class and Chrono or Illusionist class job for her. She doesn't really do very much. It would be nice to have more damage for her first job, but she doesn't do that much. In the end, you probably work out as an Illusionist or Chronomancer if you're in Global, but that's just how it works out, because she has a guard, the magic guard of 80% reduction, so you might as well leave it as that. she does have a really good leader skill. Her leader skill is 30% magic damage increase. So you can go for a full party of all magic users with her having being the leader. It's a really good unit that will probably have the highest magic damage for rainbow teams. So it's a really good unit to have if you have her at level 75, but you'll probably end up using her as a support unit. That said, it is spelled, yeah, what Tora said, it is spell-based damage, so anything that includes slash or shot or anything including the magic damage, it will not work. It's related to casting spells in the end. That is the right correction. Fate Yomi is, I would say, is one of the best units under the Fate Stay Night collaboration, just because she has three different job types for her skill set. The only issue is I feel like the caster class is a bit out of place, despite having a nice, sometimes I would say, nice dark damage, dark based spells. I say one of the best, considering she's really good in terms of speed. Her speed is really high. You can actually use Yomi to kill Gilgamesh, because Yomi's speed is actually high and she does actually pretty good damage with her long range attacks. The only downside is she doesn't do very much without getting jewels first. You can actually get jewels by absorbing enemies though, which is a good thing for her. Caster is not good, unfortunately, because she's based off on physical attack, not based off on magic attack. So you want to use Yomi as a writer in the end, as much as some people were trying to look at caster's skills. It's just how it is. Gilgamesh is, I would think, even though I say one of the best, I would think Gilgamesh has lived up the longevity of being in auto teams, considering he can turn 1 on AoE attacks. So it really highlight of what he does is he can do a lot of damage with job 3, giving him overdrive and slash damage from his first job's passive. A lot of AoE, long range. He even has a 3 range attack for his normal attack, so he is very flexible. The downside is he has 3 move. Would be better if he had a bit more move, like a 4 move. He can do a lot more, but he's pretty good as is for a solid unit. His leader skill is HP based. Not a lot of people use HP at this time. You might as well use Monzine for leader skill, because you want to do more damage, but he's pretty good. It is true that if your enemy is 5 range away, Gilgamesh can actually still kill it, because his range is 3 with his 3 move. Well, lastly I want to mention is Fate Zahar. Fate Zahar is relatively okay, stuck in the middle. Biggest issue with what he is he can't do very much with Archer, because Archer class is relatively weak. Berserk class, because the Berserker class is just, you start with 0 jewels, your jewel gain is crap, but you have the passive of auto regen and a much higher HP, but it's very slow. You can tell that with 120 you still would not go very far with it. I would not, use Berserker for fun, like what Tora said. Do use Berserker for fun. It's really fun to use, but not really much you can do about it. And lastly, what I use mostly is when he was released is Lancer class. The Lancer class is much better, has much more long range attacks, so you can actually do well with him. The only issue I would have is that his HP is not too high for future proofing, but he does have guts. 20% guts rate for his passive. So you might want to keep that guts with him at all times and actually troll some people in the arena. But other than that, he's 20% guts is still not very good. Because if you're only relying on that, you're playing with the dice roll. But I don't use Zahar that much. He's pretty good. When he was first introduced, being able to have a long range stab with this spear, as well as a 4 move. That's true. That is true. Lancer sub has cock up. That is very true. It actually makes him pretty good on dealing with enemies. Other than that, he's not really much of a difference though, because there's no weapon ability. All exclusive base classes don't necessarily have a weapon ability. It's just that you got actual imported units like Saber, Ilia's Veil, Gilgamesh, and Archer. Those are the ones who actually do have a weapon ability. Everyone else does not, and we do have to add Rin. I completely forgot about her. Rin's job set is okay. She's not that good due to cast time. Magical cast time is still very long for her, and she won't do very much damage overall due to the cast time, plus her skill set does not hit too much. It doesn't help her that she has low physical attack, and her sub is basically, hey, this character can do physical attack, but you'll probably need to use plus X4 physical attack first, charge up, then to use the attack, which is a waste of her turn. The only useful thing she has is the weapon ability. The weapon ability will make her able to shoot and nuke after the ×4 charge up. But other than that, she doesn't have too much viability. But we shall see. Other than that, we're probably just gonna test things out, considering it's much easier to test out how units are. We're gonna start off with Saber, Lamia Saber. Yeah, Lamia Saber. Then we're gonna have Rin. We're gonna need to add one more. Ilia's Veil will probably be best. That said, we're only gonna try and show. Yeah, we're gonna try and show the units on the skills. The Gumi's balancing on literally for Rin is not that good. The physical attack costs a lot. The physical attack charge is just not useful. It's very sad why they tried to balance it, because in the end just made her weaker. Having to scale physical attack is pointless, especially if she actually uses magic on that. Zahar. Yeah, we're gonna need the skill out. Yeah, her weapon ability scales off like magic swordsman, but nothing too impressive in the end though. So Saber's jewel starting is Saber class overall. Jewel starts at 25%. You will not do very much with it, other than you have to actually really start off with getting jewels. Rin's range is also 3, so you can actually get 3 ranges. However, her first attack can be used for ranged attack. Saber has 4 move. Saber Lamia has Ninja as her 3rd job, so she can use the Ninja move step for additional step. Saber has 4 moves, so that's not really there's no 5 step on that unless you have the Ninja step like Saber Lamia. The downside with Lilia is you will have to get her moving. We're gonna clock up. Lilia is really good for casting. Having an enhancer class at job 3 will really help her work out a lot. We're only here to showcase this, like, the skill set, so the things that you should think about for Rin is that Rin actually has a blinding. She uses for second skill is blind. Very helpful if you want the enemy to actually try to miss you, but it's not super helpful in the end because you want to do damage as constantly as you can. The collaboration is gonna drop soon, if I remember correctly, for global. For 3rd skill, I'm not too sure on how much you want to use that. It's not very super useful. However, her last skill is better. Last skill is better. I think the last skill for Rin is used for AoE. You can actually use AoE for Rin if the only big issue for the AoE is right now for Japan is that AoE is casting. You can only use the AoE if you're casting. Unfortunately, the Japanese will not get, it doesn't seem like they'll get the buff to fix it. Global's data mine, we have actually seen the last skill for Rin is actually instant cast. So instant casting AoE damage that has a move lock is pretty good in my opinion. If Rin actually gets that buff for global, I think Rin will do pretty well. Ilia's Veil is really good to have. The only issue is her weapon ability is physical based damage just because it's Berserker. $20 damage. Great. No, that said, we are in the magic only map, so you will see a lot of damage reduction in physical. Was there in Japanese a pickup tickets in the bundle? There are tickets in the there are only going to be tickets available towards the last part 3 in Japan. Part 3 only at the end of it. It doesn't also doesn't help that they were step 9ing also most of the time to get the pickup ticket. That's weird though, because it scales magic attack for the weapon ability, but it's a physical attack, which physical attack does not do anything to these plants. Last skill is what you normally use for Saber overall, but we're in the wrong map for it. Not gonna do very much. Assassin's class for sub gives you 5 turn for null, self null elements, so it's very useful. Rin's last skill is the AoE, but in Japan there's a cast time. So it's not very... we won't be using this right now. We're going to showcase the weapon ability instead. As much as I agree that the dynamite might be incorrect, it might be changed. Gumi has done some stuff with the Blade Master class and put 150% on the sub job, where you get buffed by 2.5 times physical attack after using the blade, instead of being 1.5. So I'm not too sure if Gumi would even change the text on that. You'll probably code. It literally says 150% plus physical damage. No, physical attack, sorry. Plus physical attack on the Blade Master. It's okay, you can just see it as a feature then. With Ilya's guard, as you can see right now, it's really good. Where she basically guards 80% of all magic attack. Her first job was really good. I would suggest that she be used as a magic supporter. It's really good for her to actually move on without having to take tons of magic damage. But the thing is about Rin in the end is that her only asset is the AoE attack she has for her last job, and her first attack, which she can shoot range for 5 range, and her weapon ability. She only has 3 big things that she can use for her skill set, and that's not a lot for Rin, but maybe you can walk away with it with the magic attack team. It'll work out if you actually seem to use her for range, while Ilya can be used for clock up as Chronomancer with Enhancer job with his Enhancer job passive, as well as the guard from the first job. So I do think Ilya is better than Rin right now, due to her having a magic guard 80% that's guaranteed. While Saber, on the other hand, does not seem to fare too well, in my opinion. But if you're missing a wind unit, a strong wind unit, Saber does fill the space, due to her having tons of wind-based attacks. 3 hits, as well as... well, actually that's not really 3 hits, but... Saber's good enough to work. Lamia, not too sure. The third sub skill is the physical attack, magic defense, and physical defense. It's an overall buff. Useful. Nevertheless, I do think Ren is sometimes useful, but there are other units that probably would fill if you don't. So Oh boy. The lag. Well, I tried to get this game to move on. Technical difficulties indeed. This is what happens when you're when we tried to connect from Texas all the way to Japan. That said, might as well change classes. We're gonna change to Gilgamesh. Zahar. And I believe there was one more unit that I have actually not added. So that's that. We got Fate Yomi. There we go. I would say Fate Yomi is still some well, actually host some X. Might as well. We need, yeah, DG chapter 4 is coming on, yeah, on this I think so? No, really, I don't think so. That thing is not coming soon. We're gonna replace, definitely gonna replace Zahar for sure. Lamia's probably, Lamia's useful. We're gonna keep that. Gonna get Rin instead. To be reassurance that nothing goes wrong. We're gonna have how bad it would be. It's X4. That's not good in a lot of ways, but I would deal with it. One magic damage dealer, he'll be fine, right? That is odd. This is too height. What?
気なら容赦はしない。
But anyway,
貴様が相手なら俺の検体も晴れるというならば最大の試練をくれてやる。はっ。
so, if you want to use the DK sub can actually give you a straight shot with 32 damage. However, I would say DK is useful at times, not always, because Gilgamesh King of Heroes sub can actually do attack lock and move lock, which is useful. It'll be fine, I have magic subs anyway. Gilgamesh carry. Gilgamesh will carry probably the silent arrow. Rin will be silenced. That's not good. Yeah, Rin's gonna die. Doesn't help that Rin's damage isn't very good. The reason why I say Gilgamesh lead isn't too good is because his lead is just HP, which you might want to do more damage instead. But yeah, I would definitely say Gilgamesh is worth the investment. Yomi has high move, so you probably use Yomi pretty well for high speed and movement. It is fire. She is fighting against fire, so you might need to pardon her on that part. We're gonna need to move this Rin down here. That said, yeah, Yomi is probably gonna die in this fire map. Gilgamesh has so much more health now in Japanese version. I have no idea why they bother trying to do so. There goes the cancellation of all buffs and debuffs. It's a good change though. It's a good change for the Japanese side because people keep complaining about that actually. Really, really sad that this is magical damage only. It has a height limit too. That is not fun. That is not really fun at all. I'm just basically gonna ditch Rin to get someone else that can actually do more damage. Yomi dodges again. So much more dodge. And for this reason, why I use Dark Knight sub is because some of the AoEs for Gilgamesh is just way too hard to use. Yep, there goes all the health back. Gilgamesh kills everyone. Will Rin see the see? Oh my gosh. Okay, Yomi is heal almost full of jewels. Let's get Gilgamesh this way. There's the guard! When the guard actually works. There's a cast time on this one too, I forgot. Rin is basically basically used for this purpose. The only time the assassin is probably useful is the sub job. The sub job has a water attack, which is only useful for Lamia because you are using a water-based class with the wind job. No, with all the wind. It doesn't work out. I would definitely say it doesn't work out. That damage though. I'm not intentionally doing this on purpose. They're just not. They're really not killing her on time. There we go. Now Aisha's gonna take the hit. Oh, aiming for Gilgamesh. That's it. The assassin class is not as encouraging as I thought it would be. Yeah, she won't live that if I tried. Let's give Gilgamesh a buff. Lamia, I would say. Oh god. The avoid! Saved by the avoid. I really think that the avoid really saves Yomi by a long shot. This is the caster sub. Caster's cast with the buff. I don't think I can reach him, so I'm gonna have to wait for this place. I'm gonna use Blizzard and everything. Will she dodge? That's the question. Yomi's that good in terms of dodging, so that's why I use her so much. Okay, casting is gonna avoid. The only problem is in this map you can't use all physical. You have to have a magical based. You have to have a magical based user for the right side. Heal. Literally, the Gilgamesh can kill the boss on their own if they wanted to. We're gonna drain all of Lamia's jewels before she gets KO'd, I guess. Do I have anything that has more than this range? I guess not. Depression countdown. The dodge is so good. Oh wait, she missed. She didn't dodge. Oh god. The damage Gilgamesh does is like way too much, way more than I thought it would be used. Yeah, encouraged to use to use this. It's the Gilgamesh, not just a Gilgamesh. It's okay. Gilgamesh says it's okay. He dodges the other Gate of Babylon. I mean, it took forever. Because when I'm not using wire units against this stage, if I remember correctly, this stage was meant to use for wire units though. Which one is used? Fates of Har is... it's okay. Let's see. Let's use Fates of Har just for trolls, I guess. Then the guard and the health. For fun. That's hard. Yeah, Tora, please. The Har. Yeah. Sad. I would actually like to use Fate Yomi. Fate Yomi actually really is good in... yeah, Nana's in there, but Fate Yomi is actually really good in this map due to... Rastrus. That Spica and Zahar combo. I think I picked the wrong one. Because technically this is beyond the need. Stab, stab. This Zahar is really good. Like literally, the alignment limit break system really broke the Zahar in my opinion. Oh my gosh. We're playing literally all of the older X with newer units. When I was doing this X, I actually had to use Sita for that. Yeah, that's not gonna work. The damage for Zahar is not too bad, but you won't be hitting over 1,000 for sure for Phase Zahar. Is what I saw. Lock down. Will he guts? That's the question. Nope, he won't. Yep. Sad. He won't guts on time. I don't. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why Zahar does not do well with the current X nowadays. It's not like I don't like the Zahar. I don't like Zahar as Fate. It's more like the skills are a bit lacking with his speed. His speed is not high enough with the skills. Forever silent. I have no idea what this Noctis is doing. Healing? Healing? I guess? What? I have no idea. The attack lock is real on this map. Lucia X, actually. Lucian X. This is why I think this is yes. This is not overclocked though. That's actually clocked down. Yeah, that's clocked down. Oh no! Just shows how bad the current meta is so much different now. Rip Czar. Rest in peace. Either way, we're gonna move on. I picked the wrong one. I literally picked the wrong X actually. Cause Baruto's X is a lot more doable than Lucian X, which is tons of silencing, which is utterly useless. Completely forgot about it. Oh, that's nice. Let's give her health. No, unfortunately, they already filled it up though. Nick, if I made one with password, I'll have to unlock it later though. The horror is way too good to be on, from what I watched though. Yeah, I didn't remember that. But I do want to move on and try to get this done really quick with Thunder units, what they would do. Since the units they are using are much more closer to what they're not really closer to what the current meta is, but it is good enough to showcase what Fate Yomi can do. I don't know why Setsuna went that way, even though technically it's the water units. Good enough. I don't think she can. I don't think Mayfun can reach that far. Just stay. I think Mayfun might as well stay there. Okay. Someone should come sometime soon. The reinforcements with AJ. This is Baruto's X, so this is the job plus requirement. This is the X required for Baruto's job plus. You'll probably need to beat this. It's not too hard if you have the wind and thunder units for this map. Gilgamesh is gonna be great in this map. I think I'll be fine. I hope. Yomi is really fast though, so she should be fine. I'm pretty sure Mayfun can handle the AJ. Totally okay. Plus a Mayfun whack. Finish him. I don't have Baruto at level 91 yet. It's okay. Yomi will probably finish this fight at the end of it. Let's I say Fate Yomi actually works as well if you're against thunder units. Very useful. I would say Yomi still does actually. I think that should be it though. As much as I would like to showcase more, any other questions are showing? I mean... showcase the Haro.
お前には自ら課しているルールはあるか。ないのなら課すべきだ。普遍となる自らの行動の
腹が減ったな。よし、お前に俺様。
What's the X that we actually used that was perfectly fine with this? Annoying is okay. Trying to figure out a good team. For an X to auto. Nope, that's blow damage. Yep, that's Lucian stuff. That's not gonna do that. Nope. Trying to figure out an X to work for this is actually much more difficult than I thought it would be. Might as well. Ultimas. I mean, for Team Laharl, you're asking for something that people probably would not use nowadays, considering Laharl is not that good anymore. Trying to find a X with Laharl in it is much more difficult than you think. Which map do you think you'll work out? Because I don't remember an X with Laharl will work nowadays. The only one I actually thought of was Nomi. I like how everyone we just invited is like you said to bring Laharo and now you show Maya instead. Lambert 91 is not too bad. Time to remake because it's not all Laharo. Yep, that's right. Mao. Close enough. Not yet. Knockback time. Just so happens player 1's the one to be picked for knockback. As this X proceeds. Any other questions you guys have? Or just as we proceed through this X with Laharo times 4? Whack. For sure, Gilgamesh will probably be like still a good unit to have, because what ended up happening is I actually have an auto team of Gilgamesh, Laharo, Setsuna, and have lead as Vettel. It actually works pretty well because they're all slash based teams, and they do tons of damage with it. That's why I'm like, I say having a Gilgamesh is good, especially if you have level 75 for sure. Teams become autoable because they're when you have a turn 1 AoE. They have more viability. more power to you. If you want to level 85 Gilgamesh, more power to you. It's a... Some people actually do... There's actually quite a lot of players that actually do that. Gilgamesh will probably make Shayna's pretty well. I think they do. The only issue I still have with with Gilgamesh will probably be you need people on its team to take advantage of the leader skill or as such. Because there's not a lot of 50% thunder leader skills. For sure. That said, Gilgamesh leader skill is 40% HP with 10% water resistance. So. The downside with Monzine is that Monzine is a physical tank, if anything. Not really sure though. Considering, I'm not too sure about how Monzine would be because he's actually pretty slow. He'll hit hard, sure, but he is going to be slow. I did nothing! The hell does everything. But if you're gonna do arena, Monzine's not gonna do too much though. Even though you're sure you have the LS, Lucretia or Monzine will probably be worth it. "50 physical attack will help Gilgamesh for sure." Diona might work with the HP, but you'll miss out on the physical attack lead damage though. Really? How hard is it? Yep. Thank you. See you later. Tora, do you remember the gimmick for this map? I actually did not look through it completely yet. Alrighty then. Charge forward, I guess. That's gonna be fun if it's poison coming by. Woo! Sword up. Here we go. I keep forgetting how good
や
+3 range.
気の動きが読める。練習から気の動きが読める。
脳裏に焼き付けろ。せい。手伝ってくれるのかな。
This X is gonna be fun for sure.
ここで片付けるぞ。や。
ありがとう。
俺たちの手で変えてやろう。
手伝ってくれるのかな。ありがとう。 やらなきゃいけないことがあるのに。
ここで片付けるぞ。や。
Producers! $140, $143. I'm not gonna make it. I won't make it in time. Should have actually got onto the panel, the dodge panel.
ここで片付けるぞ。や。受けてみる。ナイスミディメンション。練習か。
手伝ってくれるのかな。ありがとう。
俺が塩だ。
メンテを延長します。
練習か。
Emergency maintenance.
ここで片付けるぞ。今終わらせてやる。行け。俺が塩だ。
我が熱を脳裏に焼き付けろ。やってやろうじゃないか。
よし。
なんで
俺が塩だ。
Wait, what? I don't even know if that's a bug or not.
受けてみよう。ナイスミディメンション。練習か。ここで片付けるぞ。やっ。
我が熱を脳裏に焼き付けろ。
I'm just like, I got teleported throughout the whole entire map. I guess.
ここで片付けるぞ。なんだ。
至急お知らせ文を出すぞ。
RIP.
なんだ。いつもプレイをしてくれてありがとうな。ここで片付けるぞ。
手伝ってくれるのかな。
最後に最新の実装機能変身。
私が暑さで負けるわけないからな。
No idea why.
いいクエストがあるといいな。春はいいな。
Might as well clear this.
新たな出会いもある。
Yeah, the newer X's can't really relate too much. That's odd. I'm pretty sure I had Spent Agent in here. That saber. Yeah, he got vision ability already. If we're gonna all use wind, we might as well use wind. Don't have any good wind units. You guys are using wind. Making it difficult for me, you know? Yeah, I can use. You can use either with Carla or Bolt if you want to. As long as you have the card, you can use the vision ability. It's just that you won't get the buff. It has to have that. You have to have the desert with wind to even get to get the damage. Include what Tara said. Everyone's speed is actually lower than usual. It's kind of odd. By the way, did you ever got to his would you use his second passive? The avoid passive with 20% physical attack when you get this upgrade over the move +1 for Baruto. dodge memes. Was it 48? I'm pretty sure it was 48% already with the base avoid after all those passive upgrades. That should be enough to break. There's a lot of void for Baruto, I know that much. Or base dodge. Percent Job Master J plus. Base 50% Sin. What else? What's the last one to do? The heck? Here comes the vision ability! I'm amazed we haven't used chat on this yet.
が一撃受け切れるか。
我が魂の慟哭を聞け。甘い。魂の慟哭を聞け。ぶっ飛ばしてやるよ。ぶっ飛ばしてやるよ。この闘志を見よ。また肝心な時に我が魂の慟哭を聞け。甘い。切り刻んでやる。
散る血はバラのごとく。
我が一撃受け切れるか。はっ。
またみんなを守れないか。
舞い散る血やバラのごとく。
切り刻んでやる。
なんだと。
仲間がいるのに負けるわけにはいかない。
とりあえず情報量に一杯やっていってくれ。戦いにも春のような爽やかさがあるといいな。
命あるものいつかはついえる。その順番が来ただけだ。
邪魔するって言うなら仕方ないよね。怖いけど頑張ろう、ウッピー。
垣間見てみるか。
ベテル様、申し訳ありません。甘いな。いくよ、ウシ。
光よ。
ありがとう。ありがとうございます。
神の力を。
この力で未来を切り開く。両断してあげるよ。私にはまだやらなきゃいけないことがあるのに。
しよう。
次元を超えた力、垣間見てみるか。次元を超えた力、垣間見てみるか。もたもたするなよ。もう終わりか。歯ごたえないな。
いいクエストがあるといいな。戦いにも春のような爽やかさがあるといいな。
I think that'll be all for me in this run. I think that'll be all. Whew. That should be some X's. So sad that not a lot of fate units can be used, but should be good. Well, I think I'm gonna stop the stream this time. So, thanks for watching.